What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a very special episode of 5-Minute Knerfles, where I didn't feel like breaking out the camera. No, we're doing voiceover today because we're talking about a company and we're looking at their website that I've been shopping at for some time, Kult of Athena. But first, let's sell a sheath. Okay, hopefully we sold a sheath, and today we're going to talk swords. Kult of Athena, one of my favorite companies to purchase from. I did have a couple of issues over the years with things like quality on certain swords and handle wraps and things like that. If you're into especially Japanese sword arts, the katana, things like that, you know that while purchasing katana, you're going to go through the ups and downs of the industry where, you know, you're either going to get something really cool or something really crappy or whatever. A lot of quality control issues in that field. And I had a handle issue one time that I sent back to Kult of Athena. They took care of it and sent me a replacement right away. And then there was something else too. I forget. It was years ago. Many years ago. But I had a chance to speak with David recently from Kult of Athena. And he's a really cool guy. And I even signed up to become an affiliate for them. So I may be selling some of their stuff on my website in the future. We'll see. But in the meantime, we have struck an arrangement where on occasion, David will go ahead and shoot me a sword to look at and show you guys. I think it's just going to be tabletop for now. I did offer to do some cutting videos for him, as goofy and funny as that might be. I think you guys would like watching it. But at least a tabletop video, because once I get a sword in my hands, I really do kind of understand a bit about it, you know, its handling and characteristics, what I could do with it, what styles would go with it, and so on. So I really do know my steel as far as I've just spent many years messing with it. So it's kind of something different for the channel. I know you guys may not be into swords as much as you are, obviously, knives, but I do believe there are practical uses for swords in our society concerning things like outdoor use, hiking, things like that. It does feel nice to have swords that could double as machetes and things like that. So you do have a self-defense implement on you, but you can also have some fun cutting plants and such too. That's sort of like the genre of swords that I've gravitated towards over the last few years, and a line that caught my eye is the APOC series of swords. Could be flexed into that role. I did see a video on the tubes of a kid out there cutting up bottles and stuff like that. But yeah, these are a good example of, you know, functional, modern, minimalist guards. You don't really need a guard in a modern sword. You're not really dueling anyone. So there's no reason to catch a blade. So yeah, minimalist guards are great. It does affect point of balance. So if you're a jutsu student or a kenjutsu student, or you've trained in HEMA or something like that, you're going to have to get to know each weapon over time, because they're all kind of wonky and different, I can imagine. We're going to get these in hand. David's going to shoot us a couple of examples. I'm interested in the Wasteland Tactical Gladius. Looks very interesting to me. And the APOC Katana, of course, I have to look at first. And then after that, we'll see what we can do working together in the future. But I'm very excited. I really like Kult of Athena a lot. Athena was my favorite of all the Greek goddesses as well. And for those of you that don't know, she's the goddess of war. And it makes all the sense in the world. That's who you want on your side when you're riding into battle, they say. Pretty cool stuff. I like the vibe. And, you know, you guys know I write fantasy fiction on the side. I write novels. So that even fits. My readers like swords. So Kult of Athena, call me a big dork, but I love swords. I can't help it. I don't know. There's just something about getting a well-balanced sword in hand that really does it for me. And it's, you know, I like my mechanisms. I've been an everyday carrier for over 20 years now. I've always used a mechanism on my job, being in security and so on. But I don't know. A mechanism to me was always like a tool for work, and a sword is like just a spiritual weapon. There's something about it that really makes me happy. If you guys are going to shop for a sword, definitely get one off Kult of Athena. They have a lot more than swords on here. I mean, this is good for all like your Renfest clothing, your stuff like that. And for those of you laughing right now, you know, you guys that think you're too cool to go to something like Renfest or something like that. If you've never dressed up like a pirate or a knight and put real steel on your hip and went out to a Renfest and got a big old mug of some dark beer and a turkey leg. You don't know what happiness really is. I'm sorry. Because if you think you're too cool for that, you're too cool to be my buddy, because Renfest is like my favorite time of the year, man. I love going to those things. I get super drunk and, you know, I eat my turkey legs. I eat like a king. I go around, I try my hand at the games, and I dress up, and I wear a sword around, and I'm just happy. And Cult of Athena is a great place to go if you're shopping for some of that stuff. But also, this stuff is functional, guys. So you could be period correct and also have something functional on your hip as well. So check them out. If you have any questions, they are very friendly there. They will work with you. And I don't know, I'm just kind of geeking out. I'm really into swords, and I don't know, I might get into some other stuff like clubs. Like war clubs are pretty cool. You got to be in good shape for those. But I'm just into all this stuff, guys. I'm going to start putting it on the channel more. Why not? I mean, I'm not a super tactard. I don't really dig that many potatoes. You know, I'm not like a bushcrafter. I don't go out and show a lot of hard use footage or anything like that. It makes sense that I show stuff that I'm into, and I really like the potato digging implements are cool, but I just really like the fantasy element too. And the idea that I'm holding an implement that was held by a warrior, you know, hundreds or if not thousands of years ago is just a really magical thing for me. You know, super cool. Plus, I think I would have been a beast in olden times, you know, in the battlefield. I don't know. I like to imagine I would do well. How weird, though. No mechanisms, huh? You just got to get up and close and personal, and if you're going to do that, you better take an interest in swords. So anyway, enough rambling. I really like Cult of Athena. I think you guys would too. They seem very nice, by the way. If you guys have any questions, you have any problems, I can vouch for the customer service at Cult of Athena. They're good people, and they will take care of you. And I don't hate their prices either. So check them out if you're into any of that stuff. And if you're not, maybe a new hobby awaits. You know, check out the Renfest coming to your town, and bring the missus, bring the kids, get yourself some beers, you know, some giant turkey legs, and you'll have some fun too. And then I think if you really had a good time, the year after that, do all your shopping at Cult of Athena so you can get some period pieces and fit right in next year. How's that? Yeah, they have armor and everything else on there too, so you can go crazy if you wanted to. Anyway, that's enough rambling about Cult of Athena. It's my thing. If it's your thing too, great. If not, no big deal. Let's test this out and see how you guys like it. But I should be getting some swords fairly soon to take a look at, and I'll let you know what I think. But other than that, I'll see you next time on 5 Minute Knives.